YouTube? Kind of been a while. On this episode of McGee's Garage, I explain my mysterious hiatus and I introduce our 77 F-150. Me and Dad have been doing some work on it for quite some time. We recently got it pretty much roadworthy. I've been putting some miles on it. Died on me yesterday. And today we're going to be fixing that. We got a couple little things I'm doing. Got to pull it and then give it the good old dent side slap, I call it. So this truck is a factory AC 460 truck. I have the cheapest battery at AutoZone in here right now because yesterday the voltage regulator went out on me. I tested the alternator. The alternator's fairly new. The battery was new. And I was running with the headlights on. And I ended up, the truck died. Because I ran out of battery and it wasn't charging. And the MSD was unable to MSD with no electricity in the system to make it fire. So we're gonna change out that voltage regulator. My dad had a old one on the shelf that I'm gonna throw on there. Hopefully it works. Change the battery back out to an actual, you know, decent one, because this, I don't even know what this was. This was okay, so it's an Chronocraft. This was literally like $100. So if you're spending $100 on a truck battery, I've never messed around with these batteries before. I have no idea, but I imagine it's bad. So I got a new air filter to stick on there, something a little bit, you know, bigger. I don't know, it just kind of looks small sitting there on the big block, in my opinion. Pop this door open. Yesterday, picked up some bulbs. One of my brake lights is out. I'm pretty sure the bulb's burned out in it. Might get to that, probably on another video. Dash is completely out of it because we're kind of in the middle of making the AC work again. We were considering vintage air, but you know, the stock AC stuff is all basically complete. So I think it'd be interesting if we could actually run the OEM AC. It's definitely worth a shot. So I'm gonna pop the voltage regulator off here, throw the new one on, and see what we get. So one thing I really enjoy about these vehicles from the 70s is they're pretty easy to work on. That's strange. This really doesn't look too old. But I can't say I recognize this type. I don't think we've ever changed it. My dad's had it for a very long time. So we're gonna change that out. So one thing I highly recommend on these older vehicles, and actually pretty much on all connections, I dielectric grease everything I can. The brush broke off in this can, so I'm using a screwdriver, which isn't really ideal, but it works. Make sure it's all on there. This type of stuff fights against corrosion. If any dielectric grease companies want to sponsor me, we can talk. Because I ain't joking, I really do use the hell out of that stuff. We're done up front. We're gonna pop this tail light out. 2 screws, takes 10 seconds. Be careful, this is OEM and it's already kind of brittle. Plastic from the 70s does not hold up well. Oh, wow, look at that. Oof, that's my tail light issue. First of all, that's moving around. I don't think it's burnt. You can see yeah, you can see that. Yeah, the corrosion in there. And we got some new bulbs. 1157s, China's finest. Actually grab some dielectric grease and put these in. They say not to touch this type of bulb with your finger oils, but it's mostly for halogen. These aren't really that. Rubbing that all up in the dielectric grease, that's plenty. Press in, turn, and we should be good to go. We'll just re-screw this and see if we got brake lights. I actually watched the footage back because I'm working alone right now to see if I actually had tail lights, which is great. So, you know, it's good. If you have an old car, like 99% of old American cars, I can't say for Japanese or German, but like 70s, 80s, 60s cars, they all pretty much use the 1157. This is like $7. Before you go chasing wires and stuff, throw a set of these at it and see what you get. All right, so this is actually a little bit rusty, and I'm gonna pull this off real quick. This takes 5 seconds. Oh, also this is kinked. Huh, look at that. It's interesting. So when you pull this wing nut off, you're gonna make sure you know exactly where it is and that it's nowhere around the intake, because if you drop that down the intake, guess what you gotta pull? The intake. And then you gotta pray that it's still in the intake, because if you get that in the combustion chamber, you're gonna pull your head. And that's always a good time. So I noticed that the air cleaner that I'm putting on doesn't have a crankcase breather. To that I say, on there. This is actually the air filter that was on this truck when we first got it, I believe. That's cool to put it back on there. It's a little bit taller, you know. So this one's one of these cheap Edelbrock chrome ones, and this rusted out in like a couple months. I'm gonna try and hit it with some steel wool, and I guess I'll use it on another project. But for this truck, I think personally I'd rather have this taller air cleaner. I didn't really have a whole lot of time today, so it was just a quick little video. I got a couple small things done. I'm glad about that, making it a little bit better to drive to town and back for me, making it a little bit more legal. Now, we do have more plans for this truck. It's definitely going to be the shop truck, and I might do a build breakdown video at some point in the future. I got a couple other videos I want to do. My work schedule is getting a little bit more free, so hopefully I'll be able to crank out more videos, because I did take a little bit too much time off. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video.